200 years after the birth of Frederick Douglass, I believe it is fitting to ask, why do we remember him? Yes, for his achievements, for what he suffered, for his oratory and his writing, for his principles. We remember him for all of that. But why he of all men who wrote, spoke, suffered, and accomplished? I believe we are attracted to Douglass most because of the kind of man he was. In his youthful years, Douglass was a slave, taught to read and with a heart born for freedom. He was sent to be broken. In that cruel system, every whip of the lash intended to breed servitude was just as likely to sow the seeds of bitterness. When he achieved his freedom, he had no doubts. There was no purpose in preserving a union conceived in the original sin of slavery. He burned the Constitution. Having lived the reality of bondage, he saw the Constitution guarantees of freedom and a proclamation of a more perfect union as a lie. And who here could blame him? How many could endure such evil without giving in to the hopelessness and hatred? But he did not give up hope. He could not corrupt himself with the same sins of those who worked against him. Slowly, he took off the great weight of this distress without ever sacrificing the clarity of moral truth. He came to see our nation's founding not as the protector of slavery, but as the foundation of the demise of that great evil. He grew in the faith that mankind could change, even if only through great struggle. He loved this land, her bright blue sky, her grand old woods, her fertile fields, and mighty lakes and star-crowned mountains. No, he could not hate this land. He could not hate its people. He could not hate its principles. As he wrote, I cast all my care upon God. I finally found my burden lighted and my heart relieved. I loved all mankind, slaveholders not excepted, though I had abhorred slavery more than ever. We remember Douglass because of that choice, because despite enduring great cruelty, he chose not to destroy, but to redeem. And he chose to redeem not through abstractions or ideas, but through action and a genuine love of his fellow man. In the face of those who beat him and whipped him and set up a system that allowed the continuation of slavery, he knew in his heart the words of Dr. Martin Luther King before they were ever spoken. Let no man pull you so low as to hate him. Every American knows we have a complicated history, filled, as human existence is, with contradictions and with greatness. Yet at the root, America is beautiful. We should demand, as Frederick Douglass did, that the promise of America be realized in full by being purified in practice. But we must know that we can only hold to that promise and make that demand if we, as Frederick Douglass did, love America, its Constitution, its principles, and its people. Our nation honors Frederick Douglass because in his struggle, in his life, and in his love, this man, once held as property, taught us all what it means to be an American. Thank you.